After UFC 281, it seems as though Alex Pereira has Israel Adesanya's number in any combat sport. The new middleweight champion made it 3-0 against the last stylebender and officially makes him a two-sport world champion.
There's a lot of emotions. I'll repeat what I've said to many people who only think I've only had 3 fights in a year. For me, it's 14 years, a lot of dedication, a lot of discipline, and today I'm here. World champion, the UFC champion, and I'm very happy with that.
With their pre-UFC kickboxing rivalry and their obvious striking superiority over every other fighter in the division, it was easily one of the most hyped fights of the year. But this was MMA now, and things were different.
I've accepted this isn't he's not like the other guys who I've fought recently. Once he feels me, he's not gonna try and shy away. That's why I gave a shout out to Brad Tavares, because till the 5th round, he was still going. And I believe he's not gonna shy away. He's gonna come there and try and fight, which is what I like. I like a guy who likes to fight, because I love to fight.
You know what? We're talking about MMA. We all know what happened in the last 2 fights. I've forgotten about them. I hope he's forgotten as well. I'm going to fight him like it was the first time I was fighting in my life.
Pereira won their previous 2 kickboxing bouts, the last of which came via a nasty knockout, after almost being knocked out himself in the first round. This was just his 8th pro MMA fight, and only his 4th with the UFC. But his skills were quickly improving.
I'm going to have to do everything I trained for. He's the champion, and I'm sure everything I'm going to do inside that octagon, he's going to want to do better.
For Adesanya, the now ex-champ was running out of opponents, having gone on a 12-fight win streak in the UFC's middleweight division. In his opinion, the challenger was lucky to be getting the fight.
For me, even right now, I've pretty much cleaned the division, and I'm lapping it again. So I cleared the way. You know, he should be grateful. He wouldn't be here without me. My run to the title was a lot more impressive than what he's done. So he should be grateful that he's here because of me.
With their striking credentials so evenly matched, many anticipated one of them to take it to the mat. They both didn't shy away from the idea, and Adesanya even looked forward to it.
Yeah, I'll take him down. I'll punch him in the face and he'll be on the ground.
I'm prepared for MMA. A lot of people underestimate what I can do on the ground. I'm going to prove that I'm a complete fighter.
He might not have done quite that, as Adesanya was ahead on all 3 scorecards going into the final round. But that's not how fighting works. The Brazilian took the best Adesanya had to offer, but when Pereira connects, he connects hard.
I am an MMA fighter. I like MMA. I think today I had more weapons. Like when you're training, you're not connecting, you're getting movements wrong, and you just need a little more time, right? Very well. I take my medicine and I get better.
Next up for the new champ is likely a rematch. With Adesanya winning most of the fight, and with his outrageously good record before his first MMA middleweight loss, it would be hard to deny him a shot at revenge. A new champ in the division, however, does give Adesanya's previous opponents, in particular the former champ Robert Whittaker, a fresh chance to fight for the title. But the new champ will take on anyone, and that's the sort of champ we want.
It makes no difference to me. I'm here to fight. I'm here to face anyone. It doesn't matter if the UFC asks me who it's going to be or not be. I know it's not in my control, but I'll be ready.
And in the co-main, the women's strawweight belt swapped hands yet again. Zhang Weili claimed the title for a 2nd time, making quick work of fellow 2-time champ Carla Esparza with a rear naked choke in the 2nd round.
The
belt is back in China. I think it will inspire all the athletes around the country that it's always possible to fulfill your title ambitions, as long as you put in the hard work.
The bout was Esparza's first defense of the strawweight title, after she upset the 2-time champ Rose Namajunas in May of this year. Despite being the champ, Zhang, who also lost the belt to Nema Yunus, was the hot favorite.
This is the first time I will fight against a pure wrestler, and I think it's a good test for my grappling skills. I've trained for this for a long time. I respect Carla as an opponent because she was an inaugural champion of our division, and now she is the champion again after 8 years, which is a huge achievement for her. So I think on Saturday night, we will bring an exciting night for everyone. Thank you.
Zhang made it look easy. While her striking was harder and faster, her grappling was outstanding. She threatened with multiple crucifixes before the submission and earned the belt back and then some. Perhaps even a chance to defend in China.
That's a good question. It would be great if I can defend my title in China next year, as there are so many UFC fans in the country craving a pay-per-view event like this.
Also on the card, the great Frankie Edgar officially retired after losing his final fight. The former lightweight champ suffered his third straight vicious knockout, this time a flying knee by Chris Gutierrez. The Answer also challenged for the featherweight title, won the most fight of the night bonuses, and he spent more time in the cage than anyone. Pereira and Zhang won performance bonuses, but fight of the night went to the instant classic between Dustin Poirier and Michael Chandler. It had everything: knockdowns, broken noses, slams, even fish hooks. It was the highlight of a card that featured 11 finishes. In other UFC news, Islam Makhachev has his first defense of the lightweight title lined up, and it's the fight he wanted. He'll be traveling to Perth, Australia to face the featherweight champ Alexander Volkanovski at UFC 284 for the title of pound-for-pound #1. That goes down this coming February 12, 2023. And in sad news, the former light heavyweight title challenger Anthony Johnson has passed away. Rumble was one of the most fearsome knockout artists the sport has ever known. He crumpled men from welterweight right up to heavyweight, and twice challenged for the UFC light heavyweight title. Johnson had been reportedly dealing with health issues, and the official cause of death was organ failure due to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis. He was 38. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.